The San Antonio Spurs go 1-3 against the Pistons, the Jazz, the Grizzlies, and the Pistons. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Whew, what a weird week we had last week as we destroyed the Pistons. Granted, they were missing most of their roster. Then the Spurs lost in a back-to-back against the Jazz. Had a few days off because their game against the Heat was canceled. Then they lose against the Grizzlies, and then a rematch, finishing the week the way they started. And starting off the new year against the Pistons, they lose in overtime to an absolutely decimated team. The Pistons were out like 13 players, a bunch of G League players, players on 10-day contracts. We got to give the Pistons credit. They were coached up, and they play with heart. They play with energy. Our team was fighting too, but unfortunately lost in overtime, and free throws came back to haunt us again as some crucial missed free throws probably cost us a game. I'm going to get my version of recap and report card while I'm doing so for each player. Drop a comment down below what you liked about last week, what you didn't like. Hit that thumbs up if you like, support the channel, and subscribe for more Spurs content. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Starting off with our current point guard, Derrick White. I thought Derrick had a good week. Stepped up, filled DeJounte's role as being El Capitan, shot better from the floor, but also 15 points per game, 10 assists, so average a double-double for the week. Yeah, Derrick, did Derrick things, and I like what I saw from Derrick White. So moving right along. Keldon had a great game against the Pistons to start the week, so his stats are a little skewed. Overall, this was an ugly week for Kellen Johnson. 38% from the field, 42% from beyond the arc, 14.5 points a game. Overall, looking, you're probably thinking, hey, that's not too bad. But it should be noted that his last 3 games, taking off that first game against the Pistons, he only shot 26% from the field, which is not good. And last night against the Pistons, not only did he miss a game winner in overtime, but he also missed a game-winning shot at the end of overtime. Now, that was an off-balance shot, a rush shot, one of those things, just trying to hope it goes in, but missed one right at the rim. A beautiful inbound pass from Jacques Landale to Keldon, and he had the layup, and it just rolled off the rim. Just the shots were not going down for Keldon the last 3 games. I'm sure he'll bounce back, but this is a week I'm sure that Kellen Johnson would like to forget. Doug McDermott, he was good in the 3 games that he played. Missed last night's game. He's in health and safety protocol. Probably going to miss all the games this week. But overall, shot well from the field. 50% of his threes, double-digit scoring. Even got his rebounds up to 4.3 rebounds per game. So Doug overall, I thought, had a good week. Up next, Turtle Power himself, Jaka Purdle. Oh, it's a good week for Jaka. About 60% from the field. 9 boards, 13.5 points. 3.3 assists, which is really nice to see. But that free throw shooting. Last night, missed a couple crucial free throws that could have changed the game, maybe won us the game. For the week, he shot 33%. And I just got it looking at his career at the Spurs. Jakob, his last 4 years, from the first year with San Antonio to this year, 53%, 47%, 51%, 36%. That's a combined 48%. That's worse than Shaquille O'Neal.
There's a Shaq. Don't be talking about me on your video.
All right, anyway, sorry, Shaq. I look at Jaka Purdle and I see so many good things he does for the team and think, yeah, he could be a quality starter for us over the next 5 years. But then when we actually lose games or may lose games because of his absolutely poor free throw shooting, it makes me wonder if he's a long-term answer at center. And I like Jakob. I'm rooting for him. But, man, 36% is just – I don't even know what to say about that. So I'm not going to say anything else. Moving right along, feel the power of the dark side. Unfortunately, Lonnie's struggles continued last week as he only shot 36% from the field and 27% from beyond the arc. So overall, I thought it was kind of a bad week. He was aggressive. I like seeing what he's doing, but just missing his shots like he is, kind of a bad week. And then wrapping it up, unfortunately, going to health and safety protocol himself, much like Doug McDermott. He's going to be out all this week. And Lonnie is a streaky player, so is this time off going to help him or hinder him? I don't know. This a tough week to talk about. This was just a disappointing week last week. Up next, Devin Vassell. Devin, I thought a good week. He was aggressive on offense and defense. Had a highlight play where he stole the ball and coast to coast took it into for a dunk. I don't remember who that was against, but I thought he had a good week. Yeah, he struggled from the field a little bit, 44% and 33%, but double-digit scoring. And more than likely, Devin Vassell's probably going to get some starts this week with Doug McDermott out. Jonker Murray, I expect hopefully to be back Tuesday against the Raptors. So Trey Jones, who had started, is going to come out of the lineup. But I think they're going to run Keldon, Devin, DeJounte, Derrick, and Jakob, which should be a very strong defensive 5, but time will tell. Jacques Landale. Overall, I thought it was a good week for him. He shot well from the field, hit some threes, averaged 9 points per game. Some of that was front loaded against the Pistons. That being said, he made some mistakes on defense, and I feel like Popovich has him on a short leash. We saw that in the Grizzlies game. He got yanked pretty early for Drew Eubanks. I feel like if he makes a mistake or two, Pop's just going to whoop, and he's going to make mistakes. While he has a lot of basketball experience, he is still an NBA rookie. So overall, still a good week. Speaking of good weeks, Trey Jones. Good week, showing us that he's a legit backup point guard. Started last night for the week. 20 minutes, shot 70% from the field. Granted, a lot of those were close to the rim. And even hit a 3. And hit all his free throws, which is something that I wish we could say more often about our San Antonio Spurs, that they hit more of their free throws. And averaged 4.8 assists as the backup point guard, almost 10 points per game. Yeah, I know he's got the -7 there. But overall, I thought he had a good week, and hopefully continues to grow as he gets more of a role in the offense. And last but not least, Bryn Forbes. His field goal percentage was down a little bit if you look at the week, 37% and 39%, but that was a little front-loaded, just starting off sluggish in the week. Had a huge game last night and really kept us in the game. Hit some huge clutch shots against the Pistons, scoring 27. So NBA champion Bryn Forbes, you had a good week in my book. Let's go ahead and get to the players that, aren't on the list here. Jonker Murray did not play out all week because of health and safety protocols. Missed last night because of reconditioning. The Spurs thankfully are off for 2 days, and I hope he'll be back Tuesday against the Raptors. We clearly need him. Some Spurs fans, for whatever reason, when the Spurs were blowing out the decimated Pistons at the start of the week, were saying, look how good we are with Jonker Murray. You know what? We don't need him. Well, not working out so good anymore, as now we've lost 3 in a row. We were on a 3-game win streak, beating the Lakers and Clippers and then annihilating the Pistons. 2 of those big wins with Jonker Murray in LA. And then the wheels are falling off as not only DeJounte out, but more and more players are going out. And we're just getting one of the teams now that's being beat up because of the health and safety protocol. Yay. KBD, Keita beats Diop. Thought he had pretty much, average good KBD week. Missed last night. I believe he has a sore hammy. I don't know how long he's going to be out. Hopefully not too long because we can't afford to have any more guys out. Thaddeus Young played 1 game versus the Grizzlies. Played 12 minutes and threw up a solid -14 in his plus-minus. Moving right on. Drew Eubanks played all 4 games last week, averaged 6.2 minutes. Not really much to say. Nothing stood out, except for last night when he had a very solid 3 fouls in 3 minutes. Quite impressive, sir. You channeled your inner garbage time cue on that one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Spurs fans, Quindary Witherspoon came in a game last season and got 6 fouls in 5 minutes, or 6 minutes and fouled out. It was, what to say, it's just actually kind of funny. Zach Collins, I'm going to be a broken record on these recaps now every week. Is he back this week? We need him. We clearly need him as we have players going down left and right, so hopefully he's going to be back sooner than later. For our G League guys, Josh Primo, he had a rough week. While he did play all 4 games and averaged over 10 minutes a game, which was awesome to see, actually getting some legit playing time, the rookie struggle showed as he shot only 31% from the field. I expect him to improve over the season and over his career, but just a rough week for Josh. He's going to have that. He's going to have that as a rookie. Joe Wieskamp, played all 4 games, 4.7 minutes a game. He scored 5 points. Okay. And last but not least, everybody's favorite Spur name to say, Devontae Cacok, looked good in the 2 games he played, 4.7 minutes and averaged 4 points per game and shot 67% from the field. But he's out with health and safety protocol, I believe, as well. So, yeah, another player. One last thing I'd like to give for a special ugly mention. I kind of touched on this at the beginning of the video. Missed key free throws. The Spurs lost the Lakers game more than likely because of all the missed free throws they had in the 4th quarter. And last night, a couple key opportunities to go ahead. Missed free throw by Derrick White. Missed free throw by, I think, Kelvin. Jakob, of course, missing free throws. Just a little missed free throws here and there can swing the game, and it did last night. My Spur of the week, though, I just mentioned him. I'm going to go with Derrick White. Ran the show, and you might say, well, we were 1-3. I'm like, yeah, but, he was doing what we wanted. He was the point guard. 15 points per game, 10 assists per game, and his field goal shooting metrics were up, field goal percentage and 3-point percentage-wise, so I don't know how much you can ask for Derrick. Plus, he took a crucial charge last night, a very risky play, but one of the best in the business taking charges, and he got elbowed in the head against the Grizzlies and got busted open by Kyle Anderson, old slow-mo himself, and still came back in the game and played, even though he clearly needed, I think, maybe a stitch or 2. He's my player of the week. Quick side note, the Spurs signed Jalen Morris to a 10-day hardship contract because of the health and safety stuff. He played with the Hawks in 2017 and the Bucks in 2018, so has not been in the NBA in a while. And it's another guard. So there is that. Coming up next, we got the Raptors, the Celtics, and 76ers. Of note, I want to let y'all know for the Celtics game, I will be live, but I'll be live on Beantown Breakdown as long as he can stream the game. I know he's been very busy with work. He was on my channel for the Spurs Celtics game earlier this season. I'm not going to go on his channel. If he's not able to call the game, then obviously I'll be calling the game on my channel. This could be a rough week. Missing so many players, this could easily be a 1-2 week or an 0-3 week. An 0-3 would suck because that would be a 6-game losing streak, and that puts us right back into lottery pick contention because, well, I mean, some Spurs fans are happy about that. I just always say with this season, I want to see Pop get the record. I want the guys to play hard, have them be a fun team to watch. If they make the play-in or the playoffs, that's great. If they don't, so be it. It is what it is. I'll be rooting for the team no matter win or lose. And to close out the video, if you weren't aware, Becky Hammon is leaving the team after the season. She's going to coach the Las Vegas Aces and apparently have the biggest head coaching contract in WA history. So congratulations, Becky. That's all I got. Tough week. Hopefully we can turn around this week. Hopefully Jonker Murray's back. And if the Spurs can go 2-1 this week with DJ back or 3-0, that is going to show how valuable he is to the San Antonio Spurs team and just how much he does deserve a spot on this year's All-Star team. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And until next time, and as always, go Spurs, go!